Hi everyone. All right, so it's Wednesday again. Today we are very honored to have invited a very special school, Sri KDU, which we just happen to know that they have so many digital enhancement and facilities for the students. So this will be the first sessions that we have with Sri KDU. There will be another one next week. 大家好，今晚嘅講座我哋係用英文嘅，但係如果你有問題嘅話，都可以直接問我，我就會用英文你問我哋嘅嘉賓啊。今日嘅嘉賓係Miss April Peters 啊，佢係呢間Sri KDU 喺 Klang 就係巴生嗰度嘅嗰個創辦嘅校長嚟嘅。今天的這一個講座呢，我們是用英語來講的啊，所以如果你們有問題，可以直接用中文來問啊。這樣我也是可以直接幫你們問這個創辦的校長啊，就是 Miss Peters 啊，他解答的過後，我也會翻譯回給你們大家。好，Hi Miss April Peters, I make an introduction of you while you are not around. Okay, I'm not sure whether you know what I'm talking about.
I picked up the Sri KDU, Vincent, so that's okay, that's good.
Okay, but it seems I'm a bit lacking now. I hope that it's just temporary, but I'll just kickstart. Wow, I don't think a lot of people actually know where Sri KDU is. So I'll just pop out the this what they call the Google Map. Sri KDU is a two or three schools in Selangor, which is very near Kuala Lumpur. So from Sepang Airport, going to Sri KDU Klang or to Sri KDU that's in Damansara, right? Okay, so these two, one will be closer to the Port Klang, the other one will be closer to KLCC. Okay, let me see whether I can point out the KLCC inside here. Okay, so I think Twin Towers is here, but Sri KDU, the first one is nearer to, it's actually in Petaling Jaya, okay, where a lot of the Malaysian middle upper class are staying. Then there will be another one, which is nearer to Port Klang. Let me see, where is it? Okay, here you go. Okay, so this is the one that Miss Peters, you founded this Sri KDU International School. Is that right?
Yes, I did. Yes, very proud to have founded it. Yes.
Okay, so how long has it been?
So we actually started online, unbelievable, last November. So so yes, and we've gone through. So because of the pandemic, we've only actually been in school for 5 physical weeks. So that's been a real trial of my students to become digital leaders from the very first day, really, up until where we are now. So yeah, it's been an interesting journey, an enjoyable journey though.
Okay, it seems that my screen is frozen from my perspective, so I'll just leave it to you. Please go on. Let us know why it's so special about Sri KDU.
Okay, so let me start then. So with regards to Sri KDU, it's the brand new school of the Sri KDU family. Sri KDU International School, Sri KDU National Schools are synonymous in Malaysia with being high quality educational establishments. And I'm lucky to found the brand new one in Klang. So we are we were the first Microsoft flagship school in Southeast Asia. And from there, what we've done, we've developed a curriculum, we've developed a school that will really ready our students to make sure that they are truly 21st century citizens, but also have a mindset for the future, because it's going to be ever changing now. I don't think any job is set. So we need to have students that are used to being flexible and adaptable, can use whatever skill set they've got to move forward. As part of our program, we cover something called the Digital Media Academy, and that's actually out of the Stanford US STEM program. And we're very proud to be using that in school. It really gives our children an insight into the digital world, and that's what we want them to get excited about and flourish. We are a Cambridge school, and we're an all-through school from primary in year 1 all the way through to year 10 currently. So there's a continuous curriculum via Cambridge, and it's a very, as you will know, it's a high quality curriculum, and it's something that stands in good stead for the students to be able to graduate from the school and go wherever they want to go in pre-U, either in Malaysia or outside or back to home countries, then that's what they can do. So very much a synonymous brand. So that's a little bit about the school. I mentioned we're a Microsoft flagship school. We will be a showcase school. And that means that all of our thinking and planning that we did was working with Microsoft, using their research, using their expertise, talking to the teams to build our learning environments, to build our curriculum, to build the DLP. So Microsoft has been with us on this journey as we go through. Because of that, we've got really strong partnerships with other partners as well, not only Microsoft, but they've got feelers all around Malaysia. So what we're also doing is developing partnerships within the school so that we can have real world experiences from entrepreneur, from business, from tech companies. And that for me is true education with regards to making sure that our students are really fit for purpose. We are the first digital leadership school in Southeast Asia. So I sometimes need to explain that to somebody. And so I'm going to explain it to you guys. So please do bear with me. So digital for me is not just about technology. It's about the convergence of technology, social and cultural developments. And it's how they merge together alongside the leadership aspect of an individual. And then that brings us to what we define as a digital leader. So that is somebody who can embrace, they manage and leverage new innovations, both innovations now, but being able to say, this is what's possibly going to happen in the future. And this is how we need to respond and react to it. Now, that's learning new skills. It's about being independent, but also being adaptable, as I've said. We are not a tech school. I've said that from the very, very get-go. We're not a tech school. I want my students to graduate as digital leaders that can go in any industry. And that's really important to me as a principal at this school. I don't just want my students to go down one avenue. That's not what the world is. So we have a Cambridge curriculum. And then we have, as part of our timetable, something that's called the Digital Leadership Programme. And within this Digital Leadership Programme, from year one, from the smallest, the youngest, the cutest students that we've got, to the year 10s, the IGCSE students, we're running this programme. And they will understand, they will use, they will develop the skills across a whole plethora of digital platforms and forums, and understand the Internet of Things, what VR and AI can do right now, but also looking to the future and what skills that they need to develop. So that's very much where we want to be. We're also always talking about developing those 21st century skills. So communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. They're key. They're key now moving forward. So that comes into everything that we do in our lessons, whether that's a maths lesson, whether that's a science lesson. It's about instilling our students with that confidence to be able to do that and think out of the box and argue an idea and create something brand new, something innovative that they can move forward. I've said Cambridge. If you know anything about Cambridge, then we are following the full Cambridge programme, except for the slight differences that we have to have in Malaysia. So we have to do Bahasa Melayu, which is obviously the Malaysian language. We have to do that by law. And then we also have to do some Malaysian history, and we call that Malaysian studies, but we try to bring that into the formal curriculum as well. So it's not just about Malaysia, it's about how that connects with the world. So there's a link to everywhere in the world within our school, and that's really special for us. We offer a blended learning. So what I mean by blended learning is using the traditional way of teaching. So sometimes we will be talking things through, we will be using books, we will be doing essays, we will be making sure that students can answer exam questions, because academic excellence is absolutely key for us. But also, there's also using the Internet of Things and the digital world and the different tools that we can use to really enhance learning. And that's what I describe as blended learning. For teachers to be able to make that choice with regards to, this is the learning objective, what is the best way for me to be able to get my students to meet that learning objective at different levels to suit their needs. So the other thing that we offer within school, which is very much part of who we are, we have the Digital Leadership Programme. We have a very strong pastoral programme. So my background, 30 years in education, qualified head teacher, I have done both academic and pastoral programs and overseen those in many schools. So I understand how looking after a child, caring for their well-being, alongside their academic growth, really makes a strong individual. And that's that holistic education that we're working towards within the school. The habits of mind is, many of you may have heard of that. So the habits of mind are the 16 attributes of the most successful people. And I want all my students to be successful. So we've brought that into the curriculum. And it underlines everything that we do. And it's about taking reasonable risks. It's about managing impulsivity. And all of that runs alongside the Cambridge curriculum. Something else that we offer, because it's not just about a Cambridge curriculum and a DLP for me, it's about the child in the centre of everything. And what do we need to do to make sure that they know themselves as a person, they can cope with the world currently, and they can cope with the world when they leave. So we do things like extended learning. So we have CCL, which is co-curricular activities. We have CCA, which is an after-school activity. And then we have ECA, which is another after-school activity. So the students will have, when we're out of this pandemic and we can go back to as much of a normal school as possible, then we will have a timetable, and then we will have after-school activities. To me, it's not just about academic, it's about that whole child. Enrichment are the things like, we have a house system in school, we have a school council, we have student voice, we have Duke of Edinburgh Award, we will do that. We have leadership programs, and it's about that enrichment of the student's life, but not only their enrichment of their life, but others. So we do charity programs and those kind of things. I've talked a little bit about the business partnership program. So we're working with the Digital Media Academy. We're also working with, we're starting to work with some universities and around here to make our curriculum as real life as possible, and also to ease the passage from our students from secondary education into their tertiary education. So they can, universities are going to come in and deliver things for us and link with us, because they're the people that are at the forefront of any technological change as well. So that helps me with regards to that. I've mentioned Cambridge all the way through, and that's exactly the same when we get to IGCSEs as well. We have to do Malay, as I've already explained. Exactly the same as we run through. We offer 9 IGCSEs, and that's an okay amount to go anywhere you want in the world, to go on to do A-levels, to go on to do the IBD program, if that's what your children want to do. So, but we are really into academic excellence, and we will push children as far, and we will challenge them to be the very best that they can be, making sure they get those A stars, making sure that they're proud of their achievements moving forward. I can't do this, and my teachers can't do this on our own. And for me, it's a partnership between the school and the home and parents and this child at the centre. So lots of communication, because you need to know how well your child's doing, whether or not things aren't going right, and then we need to work together to move forward. So there are lots of opportunities for us to share things. So every half term, we do some kind of an assessment within school, and then you get to know your child's grades, and we talk about those. We see where the gaps are, and we look to fill the gaps. So again, that's all about pushing that academic excellence. We are also moving into doing parental workshops, because many parents worry that the children are on their iPads all the time. And it's not like that. We don't use that all the time. We do use it in lessons as a tool, but it's not a babysitting device by no means. And then we support them when the child goes home and wants to go on their tech all the time. So we give them strategies to be able to deal with that, wellbeing programs, because I do see it as a partnership around the child. Further information, you'll obviously go onto the website. There is a virtual tour that you can go on to as well, so please do that. It's a lovely, lovely site. It's 5.3 acres. We've got outside field, outside basketball court, a 100-meter running track that we use as a fitness track. I do have, my teachers are well qualified, they've got international school experience. I really do grill them before they come into my school, because I need to know that they can deliver in a UK style manner It's not a Malaysian manner, it's a UK style delivery. Professional development, I was blessed, really blessed that the management gave me 2 months with my staff before we even started in November. And then every Friday we have training. And because of the Microsoft aspect of us, then we're always upskilling our skills with regards to that. We've got full safety, obviously in the school as a high quality international school, you would expect that. And we're also following full SOPs at this particular moment in time. And we've actually got a local hospital, Columbia Asia, to vet them as well. So we're really, really sure that we're doing the very best for our students. How do I make sure it's good? And that's for me. I'm not a principal that sits in her office. I'm out and about. I'm wandering inside lessons. I do learning walks. I drop into lessons. I talk to the students. I talk to the teachers. I do formal lesson observations. I look at books and I look at planning, because I want to make sure that my child, your child, has that commitment to excellence, but in a caring environment. So we're always looking out for them as well. So some snapshots of the school that I just wanted to share with you, and you can see these on the virtual tour. So we've got fantastic facilities. We're a brand new school. We're all shiny and sparkly, which is absolutely fantastic. And we're using these. So we've got a fantastic culinary lab. We've got the innovation lab where the children use their iPads, because we're a bring your own iPad school. Even though we're a Microsoft school, I wanted my students to be able to use a Microsoft platform or use an Apple platform, because I don't know where in the world, where they're working or their universities, which platform they're going to be using. So I think it's my job as an educator to make sure that they're equally comfortable. We chose an iPad because it's easy to use, it's portable, children can airdrop straight onto the boards that we have in school, and they can do their presentation. So it's a really nice tool for us. As you can see there, normal Ict Lab and Makerspace, fantastic space where children can design weird and crazy things. They can do STEAM challenges. We've got the AV lab there where they can come in, they can do photography there, they can come in and do videos. So really a bent towards technology, but that's not the be all and end all of the school. So we are a Cambridge school, we're a high quality provision, but we also offer that extra aspect of that digital leadership program, so students can come from us and then go wherever they want, into whatever industries, confident of their technology skills, their technology know-how, and their future thinking skills, how things might change and how flexible we need to be able to be to live in the world now and obviously in the future. Okay, just to sum that up, for me, every decision I make in the school, every single decision is about the child in the first instance, and then the learner. And what I've built in my school as the founding principle is I've got that strong pastoral care. We care for the children. We know them really, really well, very well. I know every child in my school by name. In the morning, I am there saying good morning to them, making sure that they sanitize their hands. I'm there at the end of the school saying goodbye to them, because that's the kind of school that I want. I want that family feel, that everybody feels cared for and everybody feels supported. The digital leadership program is very unique to us. You won't find that anywhere else. The blended learning, that traditional and digital setup of learning. Because of the COVID, I could literally snap my fingers, tell my staff, tell my students, and I could be a virtual school tomorrow. So we're that used to moving from what we're used to using on Teams to be able to go to a virtual school. Not that I want that to happen again. We promote 21st century skills, the growth mindset. I never want to limit my children. That's not what this is about. It's allowing them to grow and stretch and learn who they are. So the growth mindset for us is the good habits of mind and always pushing yourself. International school, KDU, synonymous with quality. We've got a safe and secure environment. We offer extra. It's not just the curriculum. It's about the enrichment. It's about the extended learning that we can offer after school, during lunch times. And then obviously as a brand new school, we've got excellent facilities. And then we run the Cambridge curriculum. So that's an overview. There is a lot more information if you want to get through as you go through the website. We have marketing staff that are Mandarin speakers, so you can very much get in touch with those if that's the language of preference for yourself. We're very much open to doing that. Where I am in Klang, we do have a large majority of students who are Mandarin speakers, but we're morphing, we're changing, we're getting lots of students from different backgrounds as well, and that's nice. That gives it that international school flavour. Okay, so lastly, there's the Miss Chen. She's the Chinese speaker in my marketing team. That's the school number and the info, and I know that Vincent will signpost you to the website as well. The contact details are there. Miss Chen is fantastic. She has been with me from the very, very beginning. She knows the school inside out. We are very open and honest about what we can deliver. So thank you very much for listening to me, for sharing your time with me. Vincent, we can move to any questions if that's what you want.
Thank you, Ms. Peters.
Okay.
I'm sorry, before you can see that I'm not in the, you can't see me because I see that if I switch on the camera, it just freeze there. So, but you can hear me well, right?
Yes, Vincent, I can hear you well, yeah.
Okay, so any questions from the audience, or you can just feel free to type it. We can bring it out, just like how Simon mentioned it. Before Ms. Peters, you actually mentioned where you are, things like that. He already found your website, and he already found your virtual tour, which I think is a good idea that we just show the audience, especially in YouTube or others who hasn't been to the website itself. Okay, you have a fantastic website. I think this is the first website that I see that international school had a 360 virtual reality done up for the whole school. Okay, this is the entrance. You can walk along, I believe. Okay, let me see. I think I'll just jump straight to the academic facilities. Let me see. Oh, okay. Let me see. There's a audio visual hub. There you go. I wish I had that now. Yeah. So, what do you actually had that plan before the pandemic?
Yes. So literally, I came into Malaysia in February, and the building was there, but actually what went into the building, that's when we had conversations with Microsoft with regards to 21st century learning and what kind of things that we needed within the school. So from that conversation, that's where we decided that we wanted an AV specialist lab, I guess you could call it. Something that I want the children to be able to do is to become, and we call them digital champions. So I've got 3 students already who are 3D printing champions. So they will support lessons, they will support the younger children, the older children, and they will support them to do that. We've just starting training on Friday with some more students for them to be AV champions. So it's not just about teachers, it's about students leading that. So yeah, it's an interesting space, very interesting space.
Then of course I saw your kitchens.
Culinary
lab. Wow, this is very impressive. I think
no excuses.
for these 2 facilities, the first one I should not show my daughter because she wants to be a YouTuber. The moment she sees that, I think she'll just go crazy. This one I should not show to my wife. She will just complain that how come our kitchen in the home is not that good.
Yeah, so a lovely, again, I wanted, if we're going to promote healthy eating, we do cookery. It's not just an after-school activity, it's part of our design and technology program. So it's about learning how to cook, the science of cookery, but also one of the things is linking to, as I said, local universities, and for them to be doing some master classes for us and involving parents as well, and doing YouTubes and things like that. So yeah, so we'll get more into that as and when we can do that. It's just so sad about the pandemic and it limiting lots of things for us here, as is everywhere. So we're in the same boat. Yeah.
So this is the design lab and the science lab. I'm sure that you all have the website. If you don't have, I'll just bring it up again. Okay, you can just.
So that's actually science lab there, that's actually my junior science lab. I have a science lab over in the junior part of the primary part of the school, because I know a lot of schools put their junior students in the secondary portion, and their little legs are swinging. So we made sure that this was height appropriate. So it's very small. It's quite dinky. So that's quite nice.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the one for your seniors, right? For the secondary school.
That's right. Yeah. So that would be our senior, our secondary labs. So we've got two physics, 2 biology, 2 chemistry, and a multi-purpose lab. So we're well equipped for science across the board. I'm very much, my background is PE and science, so I'm very much into having proper experiments. You can't study science without experiments. So making sure you do that. That's my lovely, lovely swimming pool. So 25-meter 8-lane swimming pool. So yeah, can't wait to actually get in there with the students as well. So that'd be cool. Yeah. And then, as you can see over the top of the swimming pool there, then we've got an academic street which runs through the very centre of the school. So that will become a hub of students to be able to gather, meet. We've got a speaker's corner there where they can get up, they can perform, they can sing, they can dance, again, about them celebrating who they are as a person within the school.
Yeah, I see that you have other facilities such as the climbing wall, so they can do wall climbing. Wow, it's very, very tall. How tall is that? 3 stories?
Yeah, that's 3 stories. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So one of the activities is taking reasonable risks. So for students to get comfortable going out of their comfort zones. I think that's a unique skill. It's an auto belay system, so it's not reliant on somebody holding somebody onto the wall. So if they fall, they drop a little bit and then are slowly lowered to the ground. So it's fully automated and safe in that respect. Okay.
So there's of course the sports floor. It can be used as a multi-purpose, right? Different
yes,
ball.
That's on my 4th floor. So it's covered, but it's got airflow, as you can see. So we use that in Malaysia. We use that as a futsal court, but I use it for my PE lessons. We can use it for drone flying as well. We can use it for a robotics centre as well. So we can use it, and that's something that I wanted in my school. And talking to Microsoft for all of the spaces to be as flexible as possible, because learning should be able to be as flexible as possible. So we need the spaces to go with that.
Yeah, so many different facilities here. So I can't show everything. So I'll just hope that you can come to the website and take a look. We have a speakers corners here as well. Oh, how do you actually allow the students to talk?
Yeah, so that's the academic street at the moment, and to the left of that, around the corner, is the speakers corner. So as and when, because at the moment we're very restricted. That's right, great. We're very restricted what we can do, but what will happen is we will have people on there doing poetry recitals. Our year 9 students have been working on TED Talks and promoting themselves and getting them confident selves with their English speaking, which is key for us, about that communication and being able to communicate with confidence and be able to get your point across. So yeah, so we have bridges linking. So you're actually looking at the secondary block there, and if you panned right, then that's the primary block, and then we've got the specialist classrooms. So you can see there my good habits that are plastered right in the centre of my school, with regards to the hoardings that are on the walls. That's so if you pan around just there we go. So those are my 16 habits, and that's the primary block that we're looking at there. And on the very bottom floor are all my specialist classrooms. So I have a vocal room, I have a black room, I have a black box drama room, 2 art rooms, 2 music rooms. One's a band room, really, and then the other's electronic pianos, and then I've got a dance room. Because, yes, we are digital leaders, but we can use the digital world in any aspects, in music, with music production, and so on and so forth. So not limiting to tech, but to every industry, really.
Okay. We have a statement, a comment here from Facebook. It's from Simon again. Okay. The 2 Sri KDU is about 20 kilometers away from each other.
Yeah. So what we've got, so our initial campus is in Kota Damansara, and that's where that was the birth of Sri KDU schools. So on that campus, we have 2 national schools, Malaysian curriculum schools, and then we have the international secondary school, and then we have the international primary school. My school in Klang, on a good day, the drive is about 20 minutes, but we're in a totally different area because we decided that we wanted to move into this area here, and it's a nice area for us to be in. We can deliver in this area. So yeah, so there's that difference, but we're very, very separate schools, Simon, very, very separate schools.
I can see that you have a lot of digital facilities, and those facilities are prepared for the next decade or next century. Well, a lot of these are facilities you can't find in other international school at all.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think in this day and age, I think a lot of schools do use technology because they should. They have to do. I think what we're doing though, with regards to the digital leadership program, is something slightly different. It's the way that we're thinking about it is slightly different, and it's part of our curriculum, all of it, and it's interlinked and it's themed. So the robotics that we have won't just be go and build your robot and program it. It's how we can use it in maths. What's the connection to science? What's the connection to ecology and global perspectives? And for me, having that linked curriculum really brings learning and the world alive for students to have a real understanding of the world that they live in and developing their own skills as well. So yeah, yes, I think most schools have technology. We've got it brand new, obviously, but it's the digital leadership program for us, which is slightly different to many of the other schools that you'll have.
Okay, so for those of you who are interested, I'm sure that you have a chat box here, but of course, if you want to talk to someone, you can always call up, and just like what Miss Peter actually has in her slide. Okay, you can also contact Miss Chen, who can speak Mandarin or Cantonese 所以如果你有小朋友打算入讀嘅話咧，要揾一個識得講廣東話嘅，直接揾陳小姐啦 ，Miss Chen 個電話喺呢度噶啦，你要加個+60330826888就可以揾到佢啦，或者 email 俾佢都得嘅。Alright, just explain in Cantonese since we have more guests from Hong Kong. So, okay, that's about it for today. Thanks a lot, Miss Peters. It has been a very enlightening session. Like I just realized that the schools that I used to attend is now so different. Okay.
Okay, Vincent, thank you so much for this evening, and I hope everybody keeps safe. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So, while we end, we have another video they're going to share. It's about Penang Performing Arts Center that we have done the sessions with them about 1 month ago. So anyone interested about arts or this performing arts in specific and can understand more, I'm sure that there are also other performing arts centers in KL or even nearer to Klang. But for your students, you are always encouraging them to explore multiple fronts. It's not just about digital. It's about their interests and their futures, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we've got we're starting a music program in about 2 weeks' time because it is about spreading those skills. It's not just so we can cater to those English majors, to the music majors across the board. That's what I should be doing as an educator, and that's what I make sure my school will do. Okay.
I'm sure about that. Thank you, Miss Peters.
Thanks
a lot.
Stop sharing.
Stay safe.
Okay.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
And it's about the art and cultural activities in Penang. So tonight we are very honored to have Mr. Alex Ui, who is the company manager of the Performing Arts Center of Penang with us.
As a Performing Arts Center, right, we are not just like a venue who provide a theater for people to come in and have a show, and we are also not like a production house who just produce shows. As a Performing Arts Center, we have to have a bigger ambitions, have to think widely. So that's why this is our motto, which is nurture, educate, and entertain. And we are inside the Straits Key Mall. You can enjoy a very good sea view from there with a total area of 22,000 square feet. I can say we are the only fully functional performing arts centers in the northern region of Malaysia, and we are a not-for-profit organizations. As a performing arts centers, we almost have like shows every week in our stages. The productions who has rented our venue, and some are produced by us up in Penang ourselves. Inside the 2 stages, right, there are also like 3 studios in our centers. Like we use it for the workshops. Like as you said, workshop we have the ballet examinations at our studios, and we rent it out for some exercise activities like Conga yoga, Pilates, now it's a trend, Taekwondo as well, and also for our own performing arts classes. We have the actor studio, academy attached with us. We also have like 2 walls function as a gallery space for exhibitions, and stage 2 is a smaller theater. We call it black box because it's like a box painted in black colors, which it comes with all the modulable platforms and chairs that can be transformed in any setting from the requirement. Now you can see the photos of our studio. What's the activities in our studios for all kinds of activities and for all range of participants. Like we have the Pilates, yoga, we have our performing art classes, and we have like workshops, theater workshop. Like they do their practice, rehearsals, all kinds of stuff. So our motto is nurture, educate, and entertain, and this is what we have been doing, and we are continuing to enrich our community with the performing arts here. Okay, so under nurture, right, you can see we have run theater-based workshops, done like 112 workshops up to December of 2019 in our center. Under nurture, right, doing collaboration shows is also a way to try to build our local performing art industry. Like we have been collaborating with many performing arts groups to assist them to put up their shows at our center with a lower cost. That means we will give them free venue and technical support, but we share the profit from the ticket sales with them. Actually, this has eased some financial burdens from the groups. So it also reduced their risk of facing a loss. So until 2019 December, we have done like 156 collaboration shows with other groups. One of our very big group in Penang, which is the Actor Studio. We host the Actor Studio Chorus and Orchestra in Penang under the pattern of Martin Rutherford, which is also an expert live in Penang and also an old friend of Penang. The Actor Studio Chorus, we are welcoming everyone who love to sing. So you just have to go through an interview with Martin, and they will have their practice at Penang in the evening of every Monday. And they will present like 3 shows a year at Penang, included our famous annual family Christmas concert. Yes, TAS Academy, they have been like offering like performing art classes to children as young as 3 years old, and also adults. So at the moment, we have like drama, dance, and music classes. And also we have just started our first semester this year in March. For the student in our TAS Academy, right, they will have their final presentations at the end of the year. Just now from the photos, you can see how it looks like. And this one is our holiday art camp. The holiday art camp, but it's for children, I think it's from 7 to 10 years old at the end of every year. So under Educate, actually we have an outreach program, which we call Rakan Seni, or we can say, translate in English, Friends of Arts. Under this project, we are going to school to like conduct 1 hour basic performing arts workshops for free for the children, for the students. So through this project, we open a window for our students to learn and to experience the performing arts. So until today, from the slide you can see we have visited like 53 schools in Penang state, and we have approached more than like 2,000 students. Entertain is a very important element in performing arts, right? Everyone would love to be entertained. From the slide, you can see we have shown like more than 800 different kinds of shows in our center, and we have entertained more than 200,000 audience since our opening. So you can see we have theater, comedy, concert, musical. We have festivals, we have movie screening, even we have dance, opera, and we have children's shows. The picture of some shows are in our center. Yes, you can see they got theater play, we got concert, they got dance, they got traditional. And the next one, the center one, is whoever love like music, especially jazz music, right? We have been working with called the Penang Jazz Society. We have produced a lot of excellent jazz concerts in past years. Postponed to 11 and 12 of June. The name is called the Romantic Jazzy Date Night. You can also go to our website and subscribe our e-newsletter, and you'll get our info from time to time.